So we have here Mr. Sim Kela. He is with Mr. Gozian, who are consultants and an expert in blockchain technology. They have helped many stakeholders, including governments, private companies, in developing their blockchain technology. And also accompanied with Mr. Luki. He's our alumni. And he also an expert in consultant in digital transformations, an expert in innovation management, knowledge management, and also accompanied with Mr. Albert Setiawan. He's a blockchain developer. He is the IT specialist, especially for banking and digital banking. Okay, so let me ask you the same questions. So what are the issues for the development of crypto economy and Web 3.0? And I want you to relate with your personal experience and how you solve these issues. Maybe I will start with Mr. Kim Sela. So please.
So these are great questions because I made a whole presentation for this. So this is going to be a long answer to both of the questions. We're very intimately working in this space and we're dealing with these problems on a daily basis. So a multitude of problems that I see is that this is the sector where innovation will be for the next 20 years. So how do we support that innovation while making sure people are not getting scammed? Because like you said, Professor, today people getting scammed is the biggest problem in this space, right? Then when we think about what the point of money is, the point of money is to feed our families. It's to take care of our loved ones. Other than that, money is completely worthless. Crypto is worthless. So the way we need to understand this space is, does it add value to people's lives? Does it feed families? Does it do something in the world that helps us help our loved ones? So, and then finally, we have to create regulations around that facilitate all of that stuff, right? So those are kind of the multitude of problems that we're looking at. Here's our solutions. The way we support entrepreneurship is, first of all, we need to create regulatory frameworks that are compliant with global standards, not just, Indonesian specific. Obviously, the Indonesian system is very unique, so we need to take that into account, but we need to create regulations that are globally compliant. We create regulatory sandboxes where any project that wants to participate in this space gets permission from the government, proves to the government that they're not a scam. Once they've been given that regulatory clarity, they're allowed into the sandbox. Then we create partnerships, public-private partnerships that allow private industry to work with the government and come up with the right regulations. So we're not stifling innovation, but at the same time, we're not just letting everybody have a free run at the people and scam the people. We come up with clear frameworks that include things like SDG and ESG and carbon credits automated on the blockchain, and we bring that to industry so that all of this supports entrepreneurship and keeps them all compliant, right? The way we support innovation specifically, especially in Indonesia, we allow banks to custody the assets so that, again, people aren't losing their wallets, people aren't running scams or avoiding taxes. The banks will keep them compliant. We incubate projects within Indonesia, and this is what we're doing right now. We're incubating the best projects in Indonesia. Our incubators have projects like Sabdo's project, 5 Harvesto, which is allowing farmers to get money from their farm productivity ahead of time. Because farmers need money today, right? So what we do is we turn the farm productivity into an NFT. Farmer gets money today, and the farmer promises a return to the investor at the end of the productivity cycle. We're doing it with mines. We're taking real-world copper, iron, nickel, and gold mines and tokenizing them in a way that they're registered securities with the SEC, and we want to do that in Indonesia. And the mining is done in a way that is green and it does not hurt the environment, right? We want to make sure that digital assets can be custodied by fund structures, because right now venture capital can't invest in these things because they can't custody digital assets. Indonesia should be one of the first countries to allow that to happen, so venture capital can actually buy these digital assets, because right now we're backing them by mining, we're backing them by farming. Even 5 Harvesto, the productivity that comes out of that farm, like here's an example. A farmer says, I need money today. We say, okay, we turn your farm into an NFT or your farm productivity into an NFT. Nobody takes ownership of it, but the money you're going to make from this next cycle, 70% of that money will go to the investor and 30% will go to you. And the farmer says, okay, I need money today, please do that. We sell the NFT and give them all the money. No interest, no debt, Sharia compliant. Now what we do is we take that farm productivity. We have another project called Farm Cent, where we ship it to Dubai, Saudi, and Bahrain, and we sell it for 20 times the price. And then we put 5 times the money in the farmer's pocket. So instead of 30%, the farmer gets 150% of the money they would have made otherwise. Instead of 70%, the investor makes 350% of the money they would have made otherwise. Saudi, Dubai, and Bahrain get food that their people need. So they get food security because Indonesia has such amazing food security and overabundance of supply during certain seasons. The farmer gets 150% of the money, the investor gets 350% of the money, and it's all tracked on the blockchain in a way that can't be messed with, right? These are new value models. Like just buying coins to get rich that's a scam. If you're doing that, you're gonna get scammed. We're revolutionizing farming, we're revolutionizing supply chains, we're revolutionizing mining, and then we're incubating all of these projects within Indonesia. Then we're taking the talent pipelines from universities just like this through our partnership with the Ministry of ICT. I'm personally educating them on a monthly basis. Now we're going to do it on a weekly basis. We have friends who are going to give us education systems that we're going to make sure all of the local talent is put through. So within 2 to 3 years, when the metaverse goes live, Indonesians will be the smartest people to build these things here. So I could go on and on and on, but that's kind of a general answer of that. I told you this was going to be a very long answer.
Thank you so much. Mr. Luki, do you think that our regulations are ready for, to support this kind of environment when we go through crypto economy and etc.? Because I don't think that our legal environment are ready. So what are the issues that you see from the development of crypto economy, and what are the things that we can do to solve them? And I want you to relate with your personal experience too. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for the questions. Yeah, probably I will using mixed kind of language because
it's okay.
Almost all the audience here in Indonesian, right? Yeah. Again, when we are talking about adopting this new kind of economy, of course, when we are talking how to really make the people understand, we need to bring the scenarios. Kita perlu membawa skenario kepada khalayak, supaya mereka tidak bingung. Apa sih cryptocurrency? Apa sih NFT gitu ya? Jadi apa yang kami lakukan selama ini juga kita melibatkan juga beberapa kementerian dalam hal ini, consultants like my colleague here. Jadi pada dasarnya apa yang menjadi permasalahan seperti tadi yang dicontohkan, bagaimana caranya petani itu mendapatkan uang pada saat dia bahkan sebelum panen. Bagaimana ketika nelayan yang kecil-kecil ini langsung mendapat, istrinya yang ada di rumah bisa langsung menguangkan ketika ikan yang hasil tangkapan dibawa ke perahu yang lebih besar. Jadi artinya apa? Kembali lagi, this technology brings kind of transparency, right? Kita tahu blockchain itu immutable, transparan. Tapi kita tahu bahwa pada saat kita introducing this kind of transparency, tidak semua orang suka. Ya, for instance tadi profesor menyampaikan bahwa kita sekarang lagi berbicara central bank, digital currency. Artinya apa? Ada central bank yang akan mengatur. At the same time we are talking about decentralized finance. Gimana caranya? Decentralized tapi mau diatur. Ya ini yang kami terus terang, saya dengan beberapa teman-teman di Kementerian Keuangan, di Kementerian Komarves, kita membicarakan ini. Karena apa? Pada dasarnya orang Indonesia itu adopsinya cepat. Kita pinter-pinter jauh-jago. Ya, ini based on my experience, we've already doing some piloting. Even waktu itu NFT belum ada istilah NFT. Kita bilang pada petani, Pak, tolong tanah Bapak, sertifikatnya Bapak jadikan digital, kita blockchain-kan sehingga nanti tidak ada yang ngaku-ngaku bahwa tanah Bapak itu tanah saya, tanah sekitarnya. Ini sesuatu yang sangat-sangat terpakai gitu ya. Jadi ketika kita berbicara token ekonomi atau nanti lebih jauh crypto ekonomi, ya contohnya sebanyak actually. For instance like we're using the electricity itu kan pakai token ya, PLN. Kenapa sih kok kita beli tokennya? Ya karena kita perlu nanti malam ada hajatan jangan sampai gelap. Nah, ini adalah cara-cara kita untuk menjelaskan ke masyarakat. Tapi kalau kita menjelaskannya tentang blockchain teknologi itu makanannya orang-orang IT. Biar aja orang IT yang kerja di sana. Security things like seperti yang sekarang lagi lagi rame ya. Biorka dan kawan-kawan. Saya bilang pada teman-teman, pada dasarnya it is all teknologi jargon. Kita bilang aja gimana sih supaya kita itu aware, meningkatkan security awareness. Kenapa KTP kita itu tidak boleh di-copy dan kemudian kenapa KTP itu fotonya tidak boleh disebarkan lewat WA? Kenapa? Kita belum siap dengan teknologinya. Based on experience when we are deploying some blockchain pilot, actually one of the biggest challenge is that the infrastructure. We don't have any kind of infrastructure that robust enough to support this kind of implementations, right? So that's why we have to somehow doing it overseas, like in Singapore, Japan, for instance. But again, yang paling penting menurut saya dari pengalaman saya itu adalah bagaimana kita mengajak masyarakat untuk melihat utilisasinya. Pak, dengan Bapak seperti ini, tanah Bapak nggak akan dicuri orang. Mangga Bapak tidak akan dipalsu sama orang-orang saudara-saudara kita dari Vietnam. Ini saya terus terang berangkat ketika kopi Indonesia yang juara dunia itu di tengah laut dioplos, dicampur dengan kopi dari mana sehingga ketika sampai di Paris rasanya berubah. Dan ketika kita ditanya ini benar kopi dari Indonesia, kita nggak bisa jawab. Teman-teman Pelindo itu kemarin ngobrol dengan kami bahwa actually kita semua pelabuhan yang terkenal di dunia itu semua sudah blockchain based. Jadi tidak ada lagi pemalsuan dokumen dan lain sebagainya, tidak ada lagi penyelundupan. Ya kan? Jadi artinya apa kalau teman-teman di sini aware terhadap situasi bodong, arisan bodong, travel bodong itu kalau kita pakai blockchain nggak bakalan terjadi. Nggak bakalan terjadi. From the standpoint of the karena teknologinya immutable, nggak bisa diapa-apain sudah. Tapi ya begitu, ketika kita mau sistem arisan supaya semua anggota arisannya tahu, kita butuh computing power yang betul-betul bisa support. Nah, salah satu challenge-nya kita tanyakan sama teman-teman kita di PLN. Apakah kita bisa menjamin data center kita nggak pernah down? Jadi ini PR-nya PR banyak, Mas.
Iya.
Jadi seluruh kementerian, 7 kementerian itu kita sudah sebetulnya actually we've already piloting since back in 2017 for insurance, for financial technology, for land management, things like that. Ya itu kira-kira Mas yang bisa saya sampaikan.
Thank you Pak Luki.
Ya,
Jadi
sama-sama.
lebih kepada awareness, bagaimana kita meningkatkan literasi awareness. Yeah, maybe you would like to add.
One thing I just want to add to this is we're bringing the infrastructure, we're bringing the money, we're bringing the expertise, we're bringing the developers, we're bringing the education, we're paying for it ourselves, we're putting it in Indonesia, we're already doing it. And we're building the physical locations to make this happen. It's already happening in Bali. We're going to bring it to Jakarta, Surabaya, Southeast Asia, and everywhere. Trust me, private industry hears you, and we're here to help.
Thanks.
Pak Albert,
Tes.
the same question. What do you think about the problems that hinder the development of crypto economy, Web 3.0 development, and etc.? Can you see? Can you relate with your personal experience in regards to the problems and what kind of solution that we can give to the to the government, for example?
Oke, kalau dari pengalaman saya untuk pengembangan blockchain di, saya minta izin dulu untuk penjelasannya untuk Indonesia karena di sini audiensnya lebih banyak dari Indonesia juga. Nah, kalau dari pengalaman saya mengenai blockchain, kita itu acuannya dari Indonesia, Asia Tenggara juga, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapura. Nah, Malaysia dan Singapura sendiri, mereka itu mengembangkannya itu token as securities. Sedangkan Indonesia itu lebih ke arah diatur oleh Ministry of Trade, perdagangan. Dia token itu dianggap sebagai komoditas. Nah, tentunya beda perlakuan dari token sebagai securities yang sebagai financial keuangan juga. Jadi yang diperlakukannya beda. Kita itu token itu diperlakukan sebagai token, sedangkan makanya banyak terjadi scam yang fake token atau dan sebagainya karena mereka nggak punya dasar dari token itu ada. Nah, sebenarnya bukan masalah blockchainnya atau seperti tadi itu dari CDBC dan sebagainya, tapi itu lebih perlakuan token itu punya basic atau dasar real business enggak untuk menguatkan token itu tetap ada. Kita analoginya sebagai token itu sebagai saham. Saham mungkin kita kenal saham Unilever, mereka punya bisnis besar di belakangnya, sehingga token atau saham itu punya dasar dari semuanya. Nah, token-token yang ada sekarang ini itu nggak punya dasar. Nah, blockchain itu sebenarnya tadi dijelaskan oleh Pak Lugi sendiri, emang keuntungannya dia itu nggak bisa dirubah. Jadi tidak gampang diedit lah istilahnya. Jadi orang itu punya kemampuan untuk menyatakan bahwa ini milik dia. Nah, itu salah satu contoh dari untuk kepemilikan. Kalau untuk penyelesaiannya sendiri saya pikir pengajuan token sendiri sampai saat ini diakui oleh Bapepti dan itu sangat-sangat mohon maaf agak lama prosesnya dan karena itu Indonesia itu cukup tertinggal untuk pengembangan token. Nah, banyak banget token-token kecil yang memang benar-benar kok mau proses begini susah, mau proses begitu susah. Sedangkan kita itu udah menunjukkan bahwa token ini punya masa depan loh gitu. Perusahaan kami ini salah satu contohnya Sangkara yang mempunyai Five Harvest tadi itu kita udah punya benar-benar dasar untuk menjalankan real business di balik token tersebut gitu. Nah, ya saran saya sih lebih mempermudah pengajuan dan persyaratan untuk token-token dan blockchain pengembangan di negara ini. Terus lebih banyak pelajaran untuk blockchain, mungkin dimulai dari kampus ITS juga, masukkan mata pelajaran blockchain atau apa itu blockchain, bisa dijadikan mata pelajaran khusus ya.
Yeah.
Itu aja sih, terima kasih.
Kalau menurut Bapak, apakah legal environment kita itu sudah cukup bagus Pak untuk menunjang development itu?
Bahasanya legal. Kalau secara legal environment-nya, kalau menurut saya sedang. Biar bahasa halus ya. Itu sedang menuju ke sana, on the way. Tapi sebenarnya kalau saya pikir untuk kemajuan kenapa enggak sambil jalan saja daripada kita bahas ini sekitar 2 tahun dari kita udah 10 tahun tertinggal sampai sekarang. Legalnya nggak ada, regulationnya juga masih belum jelas. Seperti contohnya saya waktu pengajuan token saya, satu bilang harus ke sini, yang satunya lagi bilang ke sini dulu. Jadi yang benar yang mana? Itu belum ada sampai sekarang sistem prosedurnya, betul. Nah, ya mungkin cukup secara legalnya.
Tadi seperti yang disampaikan oleh Mr. Sim Kela ya, so about the regulation and the standardized management. We still don't have the standardized management about crypto and blockchain technology.
Jadi jawabannya kalau saya dari pengalaman, saya selalu menyampaikan ke bapak-bapak dan ibu-ibu yang di atas, saya selalu bilang gini, don't ask me about ready or not ready, we should be ready, saya bilang begitu. If not, external factors will push us. For instance like sebentar lagi India itu akan release digital currency mereka. China sudah duluan. Indonesia sebagai negara besar kalau nggak segera rilis, kita akan terancam dalam hal itu. Yes.
I'll be honest, private industry doesn't wait for regulations, right? Uber didn't care about regulations. They changed the industry.
Yeah.
Airbnb didn't care about regulations. They changed countries.
Yeah.
We don't care about regulations that much. We want to do for mining. We just started doing it and structured it in the US.
Yep.
We need to do it for these different projects. We'll structure it somewhere else. What we want to do is make Indonesian regulations the best. Then everybody will come to Indonesia. Otherwise, private industry will always find a way so that legally speaking, we do it somewhere else, but the business happens here. And nobody wants that.
Yeah.
Right? But that's why we're very keen on having these partnerships. Because the best thing that I've found about Indonesia is everybody cares about Indonesia. It's a family, right? We care about taking care of everybody around us.
Right.
So we don't need to fight or to be like we're private or public. We just come together and we say what's the best for everybody, and we do that. And here's a simple regulation. Does it feed kids? Prove to me how it feeds kids. How many kids does it feed? Then it's legal. If you make some scam token, and what does it do? Something decentralized, something. How many kids does it feed? What do you mean feed kids? Sorry, you're not allowed.
Yeah.
Five Harvest Dole, how many kids does it feed? It feeds the farmers' kids. It feeds the investors' kids. It feeds kids in Dubai, in Saudi. Okay, wow, that's a lot of kids being fed. Let's do it.
Thank you so much. Very nice answer. I will pass the question to our last discussion, Mr. Gozian. What do you think about the issues that we have? What are the most important issues? And can you relate with your own personal experience, please?
Thank you. I think like most of the thing is already being told, so I don't need to repeat. Those are very, very important. But what I see is like when I came here, you know, when I come from Jakarta to the airport, I was using Grab, right? And we were just talking, you know, and they were like, they didn't know what is happening in the world right now and what's happening with the technology, and then suddenly it's just being, you know, like, okay, now it's Grab, so it's opportunity, and they take it, right? So I think the most important part, what I'm passionate about is as well, you know, education, you know, like really, how can we, like you said, how can we make them understand that blockchain actually helps them and enhance their life? Gimana caranya blockchain sistem ini itu bikin orang sebenarnya lebih senang dan lebih kaya mungkin ya, bisa jadi lebih kaya juga dan bisa gampang sebenarnya. Jadi mungkin kita harus cari cara atau bahasa gimana kita bisa meraih teman-teman yang sebenarnya mau maju, mau belajar, ya kan, tapi takut gitu, ya kan? So they are like a little bit afraid and they're not aware yet. So professor said like, how can we spread the awareness of what's happening in the world right now? But also, I think the hardest part as well, interacting in the blockchain space, is the usability. That's too hard to communicate with blockchain right now. Still, you know, like. Too hard back then communicate with the computer at the first time because it was like nobody were teaching it, right? So that's why we are keen, you know, to collaborate, to work together with, you know, any kind of educational platform, especially university, ITS. You know, we are already partnering with in the Denpasar government, like 12 universities. We are keen to obviously here teach, also come here every month, whatever, and now create a framework of educational platform in Web3, in the metaverse, you know, like really understanding, make not just, you know, people that are in tech, you know, but also in a simple way. How can farmers understand what's happening? How can the kids, you know, can understand? So I think the solution is really make the education reachable for everybody. Anybody, anywhere in the world, basically. Even, you know, I was talking with a guy. There is a lot of villages that they don't have even electricity. They don't have even internet. How can they access the world? How can they know the evolution is changing here in the world right now in Indonesia? So that's what I'm passionate about. What I see as a solution, especially in my generation and generation below me, is gaming. Gaming industry is big. Like every second people here in Indonesia, especially my generation below, they are playing something in their phone, right? So we all have, kita punya game, gampang orang lagi bosen, lagi nunggu bus, main game, ya kan? So how can we implement gaming, like edu fun gamification? Because to be honest, when I was in school, I was bored seeing someone that talking in the front, like, you know, frontal education. No, really, frontal education is not working anymore. You know, we want fun, you know, we want to have fun. So now I came, like one of the project I was working with is Unix Gaming, and they were helping people, and actually, in my age, to play game and earn money. You know, they're playing game and earn money. So now, 10 years, 15 years ago, I was playing game for 2 days, and my parents used to scold me.
Yeah.
Exactly. People earn money in the middle of COVID lockdown. You know, they don't know what to do. Like gaming industry is rising up. Jadi orang-orang kan semua main game ya, semua kepada dilem. Oke, Zoom, tapi gurunya lagi ngajar tapi sambil main game ya kan. Ya benar kan? So, yang ketawa berarti melakukan ya. But that's actually the future, you know. So we have to. That's the thing. I think that's also the biggest problem that I can see. I'm sorry, with all due respect, but the seniority, we were like talking about the seniority, like bapak-bapak ibu yang sudah generasinya lebih di atas, itu kurang mampu melihat opportunity ini gitu. Karena tidak mungkin, so I was just talking like, when I was 10, 15 years ago, I was being scolded to play games, right? Right now, what do they want? They want their children to be happy and rich, obviously, like have money, more money than their parents. But now, if I come to them, only 3 hours playing game, I give them money. Trust me, they will even give you more money to play the game.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the solution that I would love to bring. You know, like feed the childrens of the farmers, childrens of the parent, like the older generation. In that case, in that way, the parents said, "Oh, let's do it." You know, now every children doesn't really want to be like a doctor, no, like a pilot. No, they want to be YouTuber. They want to be TikToker. They want to be blah blah blah. Now streamer. You know, like gaming, like e-gaming, e-sport. So I think that's gonna be the solution that I can see is really reach out to the teenagers or young adult that super innovative, right? Super eager to learn in the way that's speaking their language through gaming, through arts, through music, because everything here in their young space, the adult space, an urban space, it can be blockchainized, tokenized, NFTized, blah blah blah.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
so that's gonna be my feedback on it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gozian. I'm very unfortunate to inform you that we don't have more time. So we need to close this session because we're going to move to the parallel sessions. So maybe I would like to thank you, Prof. Nafis. Are you still here, Prof. Nafis? Maybe he's not. Yeah. Thank you so much for maybe Prof. Nafis for his presentation. I would like to thank you to Mr. Simkela, Mr. Luki, Mr. Albert, Mr. Gozian for nice discussion. Unfortunately, we have a very limited time, but I hope that we can note some important point for recommendation policy. Thank you. I will see you again in the future, hopefully, in the near future. Thank you. I will pass back the mic to the MC.